Hello, and welcome to another year of Montgomery High School baseball. My name is Pete Muller, and I'm the head baseball coach of the program. And the purpose of this video is to provide for you information about the program and how we operate. Let's get started.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another year of Montgomery High School baseball. This video is simply put together for you just to give you some information about the program and how we operate and some of the things you can expect as we move forward. The intent is not to take too long of your time as you watch this, but hopefully we'll cover some important information to help fill in some blanks for you. So we'll do a quick overview of the baseball program, and then we'll wrap up with how the Diamond Club operates. Here's a look at the program. First of all, for those that don't know me, my name is Pete Muller, and I'm the head baseball coach here in Montgomery, and I'm very honored and privileged to be able to lead this program. This is my 24th season as the head coach, and really looking forward to another fun year working with these young men. My assistant coaches, Steve Perrone comes back as a varsity assistant coach. He's been with us for 10 years. Brian Santinello will be back as a varsity assistant coach. He's in his 9th year. Coach Tom Hulbig is back with the varsity as an assistant coach as well, and he's been in the program for 25 years. Coach Mark Probaka will also be a varsity pitching coach, and this is his 9th year in the program. And our JV coach this year is Matt Papaduke, who's in his 2nd year. The goals of the program, first and foremost, we hope it's a really fulfilling and worthwhile experience for your child. I hope they really enjoy participating, and I hope they get a lot out of this. We're going to use baseball as a means to kind of teach these young men about life and the things that, giving them tools and things that they're going to need to be able to get through life. And we're going to talk a lot about work ethic, and we're going to work very hard, sacrificing for others, being responsible to others. We're going to learn how to work together for a common goal, and we're going to teach them how to learn how to handle adversity, because we will see a lot of it as we do in every game we play. One of the big concepts we talk about too is if we don't care who gets the credit, we can do amazing things. So if everybody just does their little part and sacrifices for the good of the team, we can accomplish really, really great things. We're going to make mistakes, not just players, coaches as well, all of us. But we're going to learn from our mistakes, and we're going to turn it into something valuable. And that's why baseball is such a great learning tool. Here's a few other concepts as well. We learn to rely on each other, depend on each other. Players learn how to advocate for themselves. They're getting older now. They need to learn how to stand up for themselves. We're going to teach them that life is not fair, and we have to learn how to deal with it. And ultimately, we want to be good humans first, good citizens, good students. All that comes first, and then good ball players. We've had a lot of success over the years. We don't dwell a lot in our past successes, but it's always good to recognize what we've accomplished over the years, and look forward to hopefully putting up another banner at some point. In terms of colleges, a lot of kids have an interest in playing college baseball. We've sent 81 players to play college baseball since 1992. We've had 24 D1 signings since 92. So we've had a lot of kids end up playing in college on various levels, including a lot of D1 players. If you're good enough, the colleges and scouts will come find you. It does not matter where you are. Most of the kids that come back to talk to us about their college experiences tell us that the high school program did a great job in getting them prepared for college baseball. We've had a bunch of kids, Montgomery kids, play professionally. 4 were drafted by Major League Baseball teams, and 2 others were free agent pickups. So 6 former baseball players have played professional baseball that played at Montgomery High School, and 2 have made it in the MLB, including 1 currently. So it's pretty exciting. Happy for those guys. Here's some important dates. Our first squad practice starts on March 10th. You might be watching this after the fact, but that's the first day we start practice. Our first scrimmage will be on March 17th at Steiner. Looking forward to that. And opening day will be Tuesday, April 2nd against Hightstown. That will be home. Our team store closed recently, but we're going to open it back up again in the middle of March, and that will stay open for about a week. And then I believe it's about a 4 to 6 week turnaround to get our orders in. So if you're looking to order more things from our team store, that store will be open soon. Here's our spring season. Just want to give you kind of an overview of the spring, summer, winter, and fall, and kind of how we operate. I guess fall and winter. So the commitment level for what is normally 3 teams, but currently 2, because we do not have a freshman program this year, hoping to get that back next year. But the commitment level is high. It's important to understand that this is not recreation baseball, where players can kind of come and go as they please, and where it's more okay to miss practices and games and things like that. We expect a full commitment from the players that end up playing. The only reason to miss a practice or a game is for an illness or an unforeseen family emergency, or for a personal academic reason that has been discussed with one of the coaches. We also have games and practices during spring break, and we're going to need our players there for all of that. We play a competitive 8-game Skyland Conference schedule. 2 against Somerville, 2 against Watchung, 2 against Phillipsburg, 2 against Franklin, and then we pick up 16 independent games. Our county tournament then comes after that, and then finally the state tournament at the end of the season if we qualify, and hopefully we will. When we get into the summer, after the spring season ends, we will hold Tuesday and Thursday morning workouts in the summer from 9 to 11. Those are important workouts to kind of work on some things we might have struggled in the regular season in the spring, and also an opportunity for new players coming into the program to start learning about how we operate. That will go from the end of June to the end of July. Coach Weingart will be running a summer team as well. He already put out a sign-up request. We are in a Junior Legion league, and those games will go from mid-June to the end of July, and they'll probably play games about 3 times a week, sometimes 4 if they have makeups. Then more details will be provided by the end of the month. In the fall, we have fall teams if we have the numbers. Last fall, we didn't have enough players to do a fall team, but we have in years past. So if we have the numbers, we'll enter a fall league in September and October. It's usually 1 weekday practice and 1 weekend game. We need about 15 players on the roster to be able to run a fall team. Weight training begins in September with Coach Griffin. So any player that's planning on playing the next spring for us needs to be in the weight room 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Probably a good opportunity for pitchers to shut down their arms with full intent throwing. They can still play catch and keep their arms loose, but we want to take away the full intent throwing until later on. That commitment to the weight room and all that is vital to improve their skills, to be able to compete in the conference that we play in and the teams that we play. All those teams are working tirelessly to get better and to get stronger, and we need to match that, if not do even better. If you play another sport, that is perfectly acceptable, but you still need to find time to get into the weight room and get stronger. In the winter, our off-season weight training continues with Coach Griffin. We will do a return to throwing plan. I put that out in December, and it's meant for January, and it's a slow build up from January. And if they follow the plan, by the time we start in March, their arms should be really strong with a really good foundation. And hopefully, if they follow it to a T, they will probably have an injury-free season beyond that. That's the intent. We will be doing baseball training. We've done it at Iron Peak in the past. This past year, we did it at Zoned. Just depends on where we can find a place that works for us. And so that's why sometimes it's at one place one year and someplace else the next. But these programs help us get ready for the season. But participating in them does not guarantee that a player will make the squad or a certain level. If your child makes a squad, they need to have a glove, a bat, cleats, some kind of elastic tubing armband. A Jaeger band is the one I like the most, but doesn't have to be a Jaeger band. And practice and game pants are required as well. The JV baseball team is coached by Matt Papaduke. They will practice about 2.5 hours a day, sometimes 2 hours, depending on the day. Coach will always post a JV schedule on Google Classroom for the players so that they know ahead of time how long the practice will be and what time they need to be picked up. The JV philosophy, it's all about development. Development comes first more than anything else. They are trying to compete. They are trying to learn how to win. Playing time will not be equal, but coach will do the best that he can to try to get everybody in a game each time, but it's not guaranteed. The commitment on a varsity level, we will practice 6 days per week. Our practice times are roughly about 3 hours in length, so it's time consuming and it's a heavy commitment. Emphasis is on winning at the varsity level. Yes, we are still developing as well, but the emphasis is on winning ball games. Our commitment as coaches to the program, we will evaluate players daily and continuously throughout the season, not just what they did the first week of March. And we evaluate them not just on what they do on the field, but also how they're doing in the classroom, what's going on in the hallways, that sort of thing. So we have a lot of access to a lot of information that a lot of other people don't have, and we make decisions accordingly. We see them at practice daily. We see them in the dugout. We see them in the locker rooms. We see them in the hallway. We see them in the classrooms. And we make decisions from the information that we collect and what's best for the team and our program. Every player in the program is vital on both levels. These players are important, and they bring a lot to this program. We will not discuss playing time, the role of the child on the team, or strategy or tactics with parents. That's just inappropriate conversation. That information is reserved for the coaches to the players, but nobody else. Parents, we're not concerned with past playing successes on any level. We are concerned with what your child is doing right now, not what they did last year. Last year was last year. Little League was Little League. What is your child doing right now? That's what we're looking at. So that's how we make our decisions. Um, I've found as a parent, instead of focusing on wins and losses, when you talk about things with your child, uh, you might get more information asking if they're doing their best, if they're getting something out of this, and that sort of thing. And if they're not, or if they have issues, talk to them about it and then encourage them to come talk to the coaching staff. We are very grateful for all of your support in this program. We can't run this program without you as parents. Please just understand that your support to the program does not lead to playing time. We don't work that way here. Each child has to earn it. What we need from our parents: positive support is huge. Negativity can divide a team. This is a very hard game to play, and it's very easy to get negative about how we play. But the more positive we can stay, the better the team will play. I'm asking that you please stay classy. Please show respect towards our players, the other team, umpires, coaching staffs on both sides. And let's keep in good standing with the Montgomery way. Please refrain from coaching your son during games. I know it's very easy to want to go out and make comments to them and help them, especially when they're struggling. But we found that can be very distracting, and you could be giving them information different than what we're telling them, and it could confuse your child. Please refrain from bringing drinks or food to your son during games or practices. That's on them. They need to learn responsibility. It's up to them to remember to have those things. Please don't come into the dugout or call your child out of the dugout to hand them things or to tell them things. That's inappropriate. If there's an emergency, just please tell one of the coaching staff that it's an emergency, and then we can make arrangements from there. We don't allow our players to transfer blame, and we ask that you help us to keep teaching that to our kids. We don't make excuses for anything. Doesn't matter if the sun was in our eyes, we still need to catch the ball. So we have a no excuse policy. Okay, let's talk about the Diamond Club for a brief moment. The Diamond Club is the booster club for baseball. And the job of the Diamond Club is to raise funds to support the program and its objectives. It organizes events that help enhance the baseball experience for the players. And that's really the number one goal, is we want our players having a great experience. And when they walk out of here after their years in the program, or even after a season, they can reflect on it and say, wow, we did a lot of really fun things. The point of contact for the Diamond Club this year is Adrian Bender, and Adrian does a great job, and very appreciative of her efforts and being willing to kind of help run the show. And we have a lot of support as well with other parents, but your point of contact would be Adrian. Some planned events. We're going to have a media day soon. That's to be determined date-wise. We're having a mystery outing. We're calling it a mystery bus ride, where we're going to do a little team bonding on March 14th. Looking forward to that. We're going to have some team meals. The first one, I believe, is on April 4th, but there may be some various team meals or meals brought to players after games or practices. We're doing a hit-a-thon on May 2nd. That'll be fun. We have the senior game on May 6th. We have the end of season celebration, which comes fast, on May 14th. So, mark your calendars for those if you can. And our golf outing on April 28th. We're really looking forward to that too. That's our primary fundraiser. Adrian works so hard on that and does such a great job on it. And, could use your support there. How we raise money, Diamond Club dues certainly are one way, and our golf outing is another one. And the success from our 2024 outing will help provide funding for the Cooperstown trip that we are taking this year on May 4th and 5th. So how we spend our money, Cooperstown is one. Field maintenance, we've done a few things this off season. We're getting electric put into the two batting cages out behind the outfield fence at the varsity field. We're putting an outlet by our Aware camera out there in center field, and also by the scoreboard. And that's a big nugget right there. We're also getting some infield work done as well. And we've purchased some equipment, training equipment and screens and other things to help us be able to practice more efficiently and be able to do more things on the field during practice. We spend money on coaching salaries. If the district doesn't pay all of our coaches, which they don't, we fundraise for the coaching salaries of the coaches that don't get a district salary. Player coach merchandise, training shirts, game jerseys, hats, and apparel. Player experiences, team building events and team meals, in-season events. The Cooperstown trip, as I've already highlighted a couple times, that's where our money goes. Ways to support the Diamond Club. Help distribute team meals. That would be huge. Sign up to golf or volunteer or donate to the golf outing. That would be huge. See Adrian about that. Help plan and organize the senior game. We need some help with that. Volunteer at the end of the season celebration. There's lots of ways to get involved. You can see our social media postings are there. But again, I highly encourage you to help out where you can and to reach out to Adrian as well. But we appreciate all of your efforts, and we thank you for your support of the Diamond Club. And that really is the program in a nutshell. I wanted to keep this a little bit shorter than I have in years past. But really looking forward to getting going with this season. We love working with these young men, and we're excited about our first practice on March 10th. So hopefully we'll see you at the ball field at some point during the year. And thank you for all of your support. And go Cougars.